Okay, you're at Autosport in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and we're going to do an overview of a 1970 Chevelle. We don't have any documentation. It could be a real SS car. It could not. We don't know without documentation. But we're going to present it as a real one. But it's got a little bit of a twist to it. The motor's been modified considerably. It's been tubbed. It's kind of a hot rod for the street. So we're going to go over it with you and show you everything that we can on it. Obviously, it's orange. It's like a tangerine color. It does have ghost stripes in it. So they mimic the stripes that would have been on a 1970 Chevelle. However, they're a different shade, a lighter shade of orange as opposed to the darker shade. You can see them in a given light. It's going to be difficult for you to see them in some of the photography though. Front bumper is absolutely aligned perfectly. Trim around the headlights is all nice. The grill's blacked out the way it should be. SS designation in the front. The car is really a show quality paint job on this car. It's not just an average of the run-of-the-mill paint on it. Very, very nice. Looks like it has a set of weld wheels on it. Some huge ones in the back you'll see shortly here. And also a nice set of weld wheels in the front. Everything aligns as it should. The hood is nicely aligned. It does not have a cowl induction hood on it. It does have the bubble on it, but not a functional cowl induction hood from the factory. It does have tinted glass in the windshield. Trim around the window itself is all real nice. A couple little tiny cracks on this side and a crack in the center there just from age from the dashboard. Certainly nothing that would designate that you would want to replace the dash. It's not that bad. You have to really look to see it, but it is there. We're pointing it out to you. Drip rail is painted the same color as the car as opposed to having stainless trim on it the way a lot of them do. SS 454 designation on the side. Little tiny, there's a chip right there. One brush touch, although I don't know where you're going to get the paint for it. You know, we'll see if we can get the color off the gentleman we got it off of. But it does have a little tiny chip there, one little one. Wipes, whiskers have been replaced, and they're in decent shape. You have a little crack on the plastic piece on the back here, rubber piece. A little tiny bit of patina on the door handle. Fitment of the door to the quarter panel and the front fender is very nice on the car. You can see the window alignment is also spot on, can't be any nicer. Doors close as they should. Everything lines up as it should. The fender wells in the back, these have been rolled up under to clear these huge tires that are on the back of this thing. And again, it's tubbed. It's a very nice car for the street. It's drivable. It's a great looking Chevelle and a great color combination. I love the paint on this car. Drop downs in the quarters are just as nice and crisp as can be. Doesn't give any indication of ever been rusted or repaired underneath there. Quarter panel on this side is just as fresh and nice as could possibly be. The alignment with the door, whenever you go down the side of this thing, it looks like it doesn't even have any doors on it. It's just lined up, just very precise. Going around the back part of the car, you got a shut off here, a kill switch. Dual exhaust out the back, tray underneath is nice and straight, not pulled. Resilient rubber yet on the bumper, SS designation the way it should be. Again, the bumper's painted the same orange color as the car, tangerine, whatever you want to designate it. And the ghost stripes are, I can actually see them better with the sunlight this way. This is lighter through the center with, of course, your little 1/8" stripe on the outside. And it's just a very well done show car. I'm gonna designate it as that because it's the paint on it is just exemplary. The fitment is exemplary. Everything about the car is just as nice as you would ever hope to find. Okay, we're going to turn this guy around and then do the other side for you and show you the trunk and the engine compartment. Okay, back to our 70 Frantic Tangerine. The Chevelle. So we're going to show you in the trunk and then go around and down the driver's side of it this time. And you can see that the car has been tubbed. The floor itself is very, very nice in the car. The quarter panels are the original quarters. They haven't been disrupted in any way. It does have a fuel cell in it. Looks like, what is it? We got an electric pump and a regulator. Just a nice solid car. You know, the car started out to be a very, very nice solid car. I don't see anything that nothing.
All of our rubber's real nice.
Yeah, all the rubbers have been replaced on a car. Everything in the car is very nice. Everything, especially these ghost stripes. I mean, I know it's hard to, and usually you feel the lips of these things have a little bit of deterioration. This one does not. This is somehow a total rust-free car. It's just as nice as you'd ever going to find one. And again, the paint is just exemplary on this thing. Okay, quarter panel on driver's side this time. Again, rolled up because of these tires. You only have, I can get my fingers between them, that's it. So that's as big a tire as you can hang on this guy, and it needs it too. Quarter panel to the door. Look at that alignment. And the window also. You can see how nice the alignment of the window to the rear quarter glass is nice too. A little bit of patina on this door handle. But look how everything closes on this car. Everything fits and closes as it should. Correct mirror for 1970. Wipes, whiskers, just as nice as you'd ever want to find. They've been replaced through the years. Interior in this car is very, very nice. Has a nice set of buckets in the front. It has a 4-speed shifter on it. Roll bar, you can see that, but it still retains its rear seat. So I guess if you, at least the part that you sit on, so if you had to sit somebody back here or a couple people, you could. It does have a shut-off tack on it, RPM tack. It has a shift light on it. I don't know if it's hooked up or not, but it does have that. SS steering wheel, correct for the year. Crack on it right here. There's a crack here, here. Is there one over here too? No, that's it.
Nice.
You know, just from shrinkage through the years, the original steering wheel in the car, SS designation on the doors. The headliner is nice. It looks like it's starting to shrink up a little bit in a couple of spots. But overall, the interior of this car is very, very nice. Carpeting, seats, everything. It does have seat belts in it. If you had to, you could stuff somebody in the back here as a passenger, I'm sure. Take them for a thrill ride. Bottoms of the doors, just as nice as you'd ever want to find. Look how clean and how nice and sharp the edges of these doors are. Again, new rubbers everywhere on this car. The car's been completely reconditioned. Just a nice car. Doors closed as they should. Like I said, going up to the front fender. Look at the alignment on this. And for Chevelles, you know, 70s usually are horrible. These things, you could sometimes stick your finger in there. And we just had the silver one that we did, and this guy. And both of them, the fitment is just spot on. It could not be any nicer. Front fender to the door, to the hood, everything lines up as it should. No marks or scuffs on the windshield itself, which I think we said it is a sun fade window, tinted glass on the sides also. SS 454 designation in the front. Everything on this car lines up as it should, straight as an arrow down the sides. Alex, you can show them down the sides of this car. It's just as nice and straight as can be. The alignment of the hood to the front fender, everything on this car lines up as it should. And we'll take a look underneath here and show you what kind of fun you can have. Now, it started life as a 454 actually, and you can see the motor, the entire motor itself, the heads, the block, everything is just fresh. It hasn't even been painted. It's still the cast iron finish that it came with. It'll block 2 4-barrel intake manifold. I don't know the CFMs of the carburetors, so we know they're going to be at least 550 a piece. So you got 1,100 at least CFMs of it, could maybe more than that. Power brakes. No power steering, so it's definitely got Armstrong steering on it. This one you're going to have to do a little muscle with. But it does have a, appears to be about a 4-pass radiator on it, Harrison radiator, huge radiator. The correct fan shroud, it does have a flex fan on it, and it has a serpentine belt on it too for the alternator and the water pump, which is a nice addition, very nice addition to it. New battery, overflow tank, and again the bubbled hood, not functional cowl induction from the factory. You could get them either way, but this guy does have a cowl induction style hood on it. Everything in the engine compartment is nice and fresh and clean. It's got new plug wires on it. It's got a set of, I'm going to call them 1 3/4, maybe 1 7/8 long tube headers on it. Inner fender panels are just as nice and fresh and clean as can possibly be. A fuel regulator for the carburetor is also gauged for your pressure, so you can vary that. There's a regulator in the front here and also one in the trunk by the electric fuel pump. It does have an auxiliary fan in the front here mounted very professionally, very nicely done. Everything on this car is professionally done. It's a great looking car. It's a fantastic combination. Obviously 2 4-barrels is something that, you know, people haven't used for a while, but it adds a lot of pizzazz, a lot of sound to the car too whenever you drive it. It's just a very well done show car, and the paint on this is just exemplary. You're not going to find a nicer fit, finish, painted car than this guy. Nice car, and it's available here at Autosport in Indiana, PA. And we have this car, and if you see in the background as we did the video, we have also a 71 that's an SS style car. It has a small block in it now, but it has the look of a real SS car. And this guy obviously is a 468. And then we have a real SS over here in a silver with black stripes on it. And so you have a choice of pretty much everything, the whole spectrum. You have one that's very nominally priced, that has the look to it, the correct wheels and everything for an SS. You have an SS car that is just built to the nth as a show car, and the paint on this thing is just exemplary. It's absolutely beautiful. And then you have an original style SS 454, and all 3 of them are available at Autosport in Indiana, Pennsylvania. So give Alex a call if you need any further information on them. We didn't do an undercarriage on any of these, however you're going to see some detailed photography of the undercarriage. If you have any questions, just give us a call and we can tell you exactly what you're looking for. We're in our 468 Chevelle here, heading back to the shop. Give it a little shot. It's got more than enough slot to bust the tires loose. We're in a residential district here, so you got to use a little discretion, but it's a nice car. It goes down the road straight. No hands on the wheel. It's just a nice car. We'll try no hands with brakes here in a second. I got people behind me now. Tach's working as it should. Speedometer does function as it should. What are our gauges looking like over here?
We got water and oil pressure.
And they both appear to be good, functioning as they should. There's a radio, probably doesn't work, and we don't care. It's a 4-speed, obviously. It's got a nice sound to it, nice shifter, nice and crisp shifting. Okay, here we go. Brakes, no hands. I'm gonna get it straight for the brakes, no hands. It stops just as straight and nice as can be, no hands on the wheel. Okay. It's a nice car, it's real tight. The steering is very positive. Obviously, it's Armstrong steering. It does not have power steering in it, but it's nice and tight. The brakes are nice and solid on it. It does have power brakes, and like you saw, it stops nice and straight. No pulsation whatsoever in the brakes. It has a fairly stiff cam in it. It has a nice sound to it, nice low. Obviously, it's making a lot of horsepower. 468 inches of Chevy. It's got to do something.
What type of gears you think?
You know, it's highway gears. You can drive this car anywhere you want to go. It looks like it to me, just looking underneath it, it has a Ford 9-inch in it. So I'm going to say that it's probably a 350 gear ratio in it. I don't think it's a 300, I think it's a 350. But it's a nice car. This thing's nice and tight. Take a look at it. It's an Autosport in Indiana, PA, and give Alex a call.
Okay, we're going to go over the headlights here for you. See they work, high beams and low beams. Driver side turn signal. Passenger side turn signal. Go to turn those windshield wipers on. They do work.
Yep.
Brake lights. Driver side turn signal. Passenger side. That is our 1970 Chevelle. It's located here in Indiana, PA. We do take trades, offer shipping and financing. If you guys got any questions, feel free to give us a call or text at 724-840.